Evaluating information. Use criteria to evaluate sources. Criteria are based on context. Context is the circumstances that surrounds a situation. If you are trying to find a good restaurant, the context has to do with two things. What am I looking for in a restaurant, and who do I trust to recommend a restaurant? The criteria might be, what kind of restaurant is it? Quiet, romantic, and fancy? Quick, easy, and inexpensive? What kind of food do they serve? How expensive is it? How far away is it? Who is the person making the recommendation? A friend, family, Yelp? Why did the person make the recommendation? Because they like the food? Because they had a good or bad experience there? Because they work there? In this case, the context is academic. What are you looking for in a source? You're looking for academic information that addresses your topic and is good evidence to support your perspective on that topic. Common criteria for evaluating an academic source are: is the author an expert, and how can you tell? Is the information current or out of date? Does the information address your information need? Is it on topic? What is the perspective of the author? Why was it written? What is the author trying to accomplish, etc.? Remember that the more you read on your topic, the easier it becomes to decide if you should use a source or not. However, there are also clues in the text. Does the author have a PhD? Do they work at a university or a think tank? Have they written other things about this topic? Was the information written within the last 5 to 10 years? If not, do articles written more recently cite this article? Have the ideas in this source been proven wrong or heavily revised in more recent articles? Does this source address a portion of your topic? Can you use this source as evidence that your perspective is sound? If the source disagrees with you, can you use it in your letter as an example of the wrong way to look at the problem? Why did the author create this source? Do they clearly describe their research methodology, including any problems or things that might have been overlooked? Is the language in the source descriptive but straightforward, or does the author seem defensive or make sweeping generalizations? Based on these criteria, use your best judgment to decide if you should or should not use a source. In your reflective essay, describe your rationale for choosing your sources. For full credit, think carefully about each source and describe the criteria you used to evaluate it.